think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. Don't believe he can hurt Canelo. Just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful.
Things just need to be left unsaid. I understand he's articulating like his point of view, like, look, this is all natural work. We're just working hard at it. We're doing X, Y, Z.
You always wonder, well, people say that, no, Canelo was going down and he had had enough. There might be an excuse for that. So.
Stephen A. Smith has voiced concerns about Canelo Alvarez's noticeably larger physique ahead of his upcoming fight with Terence Crawford. He questions how this size advantage might influence the bout's outcome, acknowledging Crawford's superior boxing skills but warning that if Crawford cannot deliver enough power to hurt Canelo, it could spell trouble. Smith's comments highlight the physical disparity and the potential impact it could have on this highly anticipated clash.
You know what, I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is, as seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. Don't believe he can hurt Canelo. Just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Alvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Fortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it, not a villain.
Eddie Reynoso, the esteemed trainer of Canelo Alvarez, has addressed long-standing allegations linking him to performance-enhancing substances in boxing. He firmly denies these accusations, asserting that his fighters, including Canelo, handle their own nutrition and dietary choices. Reynoso emphasizes that his focus remains on training, skill development, and mental preparation, especially as the Crawford fight approaches, seeking to dispel any doubts fueled by speculation about physique improvements.
Eddie Reynoso says, starting now, I'll be working 100% with a team that I can supervise. I've let the boxers who have come to me to train have their own nutrition team. So all of these fighters popping because of their nutrition team. Eddie Reynoso is guilty by association, so you have to clear the shit up. That's what I was saying about Victor Conte when he came with his transparency. I'm doing the same now with Eddie Reynoso. He knows he has to clean that shit up. I suggest to Eddie Reynoso, in control of the nutrition team, join Snatch. They got hyper-exfoliated, futuristic, hyperbolic Canelo on Snack. Hey, brother, Nello on Snack with the futuristic 1.121 gigawatt, brother, please.
While Eddie Reynoso has trained several fighters, some of whom have failed drug tests, he has clarified that these incidents do not implicate Canelo Alvarez. Reynoso points out that each case must be viewed individually and emphasizes that fighters are responsible for what they consume. He maintains that Canelo has always followed a clean program and is cautious about dietary supplements and food intake.
Boxing corruption at its absolute finest, but how does it connect to Eddie Reynoso and Canelo team? So Rodriguez Jr. failed his test after the Galal fight. He set the record for the most punches landed in that fight. It even prompted people like Sonny Edwards during the fight to say, this is weird. And yet, he will not be punished. In fact, he'll be kind of rewarded because he's going to get ordered an immediate rematch for the WBC belt. The only thing he's got to do is have a 12-month probation period with random testing. Now, WB are doing this because they have ruled it proven unintentional use. It just so happened he took stuff that was extremely beneficial to his conditioning. Here is the WBC official statement. Feel free to pause this and read it. But what's it got to do with these two fine gentlemen? Well, Rodriguez Jr. is part of Canelo team, and he was rumoured to be managed by Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso since came out and said, no, I don't manage him, blah, 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 and he distanced himself. Now, why that's important is because Eddie Reynoso has been connected to, I think now, 6 or 7 fighters who have all failed their drugs tests. The rumour around town, now this is just a rumour, and definitely not true, is that these two may have smoothed things over with the WBC, maybe used their position of power to get Rodriguez Jr. a bit of a lenient sentence, put it that way. Again, that's not true, I've just completely made that up. But what is unbelievable is a fighter nowadays can actually fail a drugs test and not be punished whatsoever. In fact, can be rewarded. Unbelievable.
Terence Crawford's strength coach has made a bold prediction ahead of his fight with Canelo Alvarez, confidently stating that Crawford will break through Canelo's defenses. The coach expressed belief that Crawford's power, conditioning, and relentless work ethic will be enough to overcome Canelo's size and experience. His comments underscore the camp's confidence that their strategic preparation will give Crawford the edge in this high-stakes bout.
Listen, I get a lot of texts asking how I'm doing, how camp is going, so I figured I could just put it up in one post. So I'm in the mountains. This dude's about to beat the brakes off Canelo and be the greatest boxer of all time, and I get to play a part in it. All is well, truly well. We good. I'm good. I'm real good.
Some boxing analysts believe the size of the ring could be a critical factor in the upcoming fight. A larger ring would allow Crawford to utilize his movement and speed to keep Canelo at a distance, disrupting his rhythm, similar to his loss to Dimitri Bivol. If the dimensions favor mobility, Crawford's ability to control the pace and avoid close exchanges increases, but if Canelo closes the gap early, the fight could turn into a more physical and grueling contest.
If the ring is standard size, I think Bud beats his ass all around the ring for 12 rounds. If Canelo want to come forward and get the whooping, that's what he going to get. But that's the thing. In that last Skull fight, he didn't want to take the fight to Skull. So if Canelo don't come to fight, I don't want to see Crawford stand in the middle of the ring and take that type of risk. Because Crawford, you talk about retirement, but he can still go on after this. So he ain't got to take that punishment. He can run it back with him. I don't want Crawford forced into a dog fight with Canelo. No, I think he going to whoop his ass off.
Veteran sports broadcaster Jim Gray has shared his perspective on the matchup, calling it a great fight between two fighters with remarkable legacies. Praised Canelo Alvarez for his consistent excellence across multiple weight classes and commended Crawford for his dominance in his division. His balanced view recognizes that this bout is not just about titles but also about securing a lasting place in boxing history.
I think we want to see the best fight the best. And even though there's been a difference in weight divisions here, I think that, people clamor for big names and big fights and guys who are great to fight each other. So being for the institution, and I am for the institution of boxing, I think Canelo has been great for boxing, and I think Terence Crawford has been great for boxing. So how this is going to play out exactly, I don't know. Terence Crawford is older, and Canelo has, twice as many rounds? So, I don't know how that combination ends up. The weight difference. Canelo's going to be a bigger man and a bigger frame and coming up in that weight. So I think it's just going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be at the Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play. And it's going to be filled up. And we're going to have a huge, huge night for boxing for the world to see.
One follow-up. Do you feel like Terence Crawford has the style to cause Canelo problem?
Does he have the style to what?
Cause Canelo problems.
Terence Crawford's a great fighter. Terence Crawford can give anybody problems. Whether or not he will, I don't have that crystal ball. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Renowned trainer Abel Sanchez has expressed doubts about Crawford's chances, citing the size difference as a significant obstacle. He explained that while skill is essential, natural size and strength are crucial factors, especially when facing a fighter like Canelo at his natural weight. Sanchez believes that Canelo's power will pose a serious challenge for Crawford, even with his talent and skill.
As everybody has opinions, and my opinion is that I think Canelo will be too big for him. I think Crawford needed a little more seasoning, a little more seasoning of his weight, that is. He's had a year and hasn't had really any fights against those caliber fighters. The last fight he had a 154-pounder, moved up one division and had a difficult time in a way that he wasn't dominating as he did in the lower divisions. You talk about a guy in Canelo whose really only bad outing was at the Bivol fight. And Bivol, when I first talked about that fight, when they asked me, Bivol is a Gennady Golovkin just 15 pounds heavier. Same skills, maybe not the punching power, but very skilled. So anybody below 75, Canelo is dominated easily. After the 5th or 6th round, it seems to be sparring sessions for him. So I think that he does very well, and I think he wears Crawford out and wins a going-away decision. Crawford is an all-time great, obviously, but there's weight divisions,
Definitely as well. Abel, I'll leave it there, but I'll leave you with the final words. Any final words for the fans? Waiting to see you in the corner on Saturday night, my friend.
I'm very happy to be back. I retired for 3 years.